So if anything, that was messy as hell for them to go back and do some lame shit like that, because it wasn't her fucking business to tell. That was my story to tell my mom when I was ready. But I don't even care anymore, because at the same time, it was going to be done whether we all liked it or not. Whether I went to therapy about the shit or went to my mom. I was preparing myself to be like, you know what, we need to talk things out, because if we can't, like, you know, I was preparing myself. It wasn't necessarily talking shit, it was getting guidance from other parents. Just like I went to my mom about things as well, to get guidance, or because I felt bad about some shit that I did to my parents, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you talk to certain people about certain things because you know you can go to them. And I get it. Again, I was telling business that really wasn't my business to tell, but at the same time, it affected my life deeply, greatly. And like I said, I was telling my sister things in order to make her feel like maybe life wasn't just so bad, you know? Maybe not. I was trying to be a big sister and be like, yeah, I went through some bullshit too. It was real life. There was times where I felt like I was in danger, like this could have been my last night, especially as a child, feeling like you might die from the hands of someone else or just from whatever. That's horrible. I don't want my children to feel like they're gonna die in my care. And then, you know, we did a whole back and forth, texting each other. At a certain point, I did tell her husband she can kiss me and my kid's ass because I was pissed off. Yeah, we've all said things, but at the same time, I was still serious, you know? My mom has called me names before, and she's talked about me to my siblings because they came and told me, but here I am brushing it off like it didn't even matter, when I never saw that being done to my sisters, Jennifer's daughters. Never saw that being done to them. Some of those things were never done to them. We're all different, but at the same time, I was like, maybe this isn't right, you know? And as I got older, I just started getting pissed off, like, okay, talk shit, I don't care. I talk shit too. We left it alone. And then I want to say Davi might have wanted my mom's help, or my granny went and told my mom, oh, you can help me, after I told everyone she wasn't allowed to see the kids because I did not. In her post, she said we held her back from her dreams. She put her dreams on hold to raise us, which she didn't raise us fully. Even when we were in school for 8 hours, you had time. So then she said she put her dreams on hold to watch grandkids. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but I gave her money every time she watched my kids. She watched King a few times during the day. There was some times where she would hear him crying in the mornings and she would go get him and take him outside. She could have been like, hey, Nell, King's crying, but you know, she said that her mother never did that for her, which I don't know how true that is, but I took it as if she was helping me. I was depressed, and I thought she did that like because I was depressed, because otherwise she would have been like, girl, go get your kid. Nobody really watched the twins to put, like, my mom used to do jewelry and stuff upstairs anyway. There was no way I put her dreams on hold, because when I would go out, it was at night after my kids was in bed. It was after my kids were in bed. So, you know, again, like I said, she doesn't need to see them. She's not allowed to see them because I don't want her throwing it in my face that she helped me even though I didn't thank her or whatever, or I talked crap about her or anything. I'm like, excuse me, go chase your dreams, but don't wait for us. Don't put your dreams on hold for us again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you threw that in our face. I don't know. Me as a grandparent, I'm going to take care of my grandkids whenever my kids need help. When they need help, yes, I will be there. I will never throw it in their face. A lot of people think it's normal for people to throw shit in your face. My dad and Jennifer don't say, your kids are here, we can't sleep, or we can't go driving because you and the kids are here. Like, we're family. You know what I'm saying? I think my grandma went and called my mom and said, I'm gonna need your help because the kids are too much or whatever, which I did not appreciate. I wish she would have came to me first so we can make the decision on our own. But by then, my mom's husband had already showed her my messages, which I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. We said a lot back and forth. Anyway, she messaged David, and I called her and I was like, you don't want to see my kids? And then she just started going off on me, which is understandable. She was upset because of all the stuff I said. You know, I've been upset about things before, but I never once just not helped her. I did whatever I could for my mom. Broke, money, no, like I did whatever I could for her. So, but she was like, how you tell me not to watch your kids and kiss y'all ass, and now you need my help? I'm not the one who needed the help. My granny did that. They were talking about, oh, well, we might need help because she was going to be a big part of the help. I was just calling to see why she didn't want to see him. Or I wanted to hear it from her, like, do you not want to see my kids? Because eventually, I figured maybe, even if me and her didn't have a relationship, maybe she could talk to the kids and stuff. But then again, I was scared of her lying to them, telling them stuff that wasn't true, because she lied to me and my brother and sister about things that was not true. Like, she lied. Stuff that she said was not true. And I didn't want her doing that to my kids. So I was on the fence, but I'm like, you know, by then I'll be able to say, you know, that's not true. You don't talk about personal business. You only talk to Granny about your life and whatever else. But now I just don't see how that would work. Like, I'm done trying, you know. I've been hurt, and I'm sure I hurt her feelings as well, but at the same time, it's not to play victim or anything, but who got hurt first? Me. I saw things I should have never saw. I heard things I should have never heard. She said things she should have never said because they weren't true. I don't care. I'm a mother now, so I know certain things. Like, I'm not gonna lie to my children about what their dad did or didn't do. I'm never gonna say, oh, your dad wasn't in the emergency room when you were born. And that's not true. She can say it's true all she wants. Maybe she was doped up on medicine, but it's not true. Because my dad and my granny both told me the story, and I'm sure my uncle could tell me the story as well. I'm not gonna involve anybody, but I already know the truth. Like, it wasn't true. I would never say, oh, your dad wasn't here, especially because we got videos. But I mean, I don't have anything to go off of that. I don't have videos to be like, oh, well, yes, he was. Guys, see it on the video. You know what I'm saying? But she lied about a lot of things, and I just didn't want her hurting my children, because that ultimately put a tear on me and my dad's relationship, and then it put a tear on hers once I found out she was lying. And it's just kind of like, damn, like, what am I supposed to do with that information now? Am I supposed to hate my dad because he wasn't there? People mess up. I grow every day. I might have talked crap back then about it when I initially heard it. Like, damn, that's fucked up. But then I still went and asked questions. I still went and did my research because I just wanted to know. I had started noticing that she was over exaggerating, being dramatic, or lying about certain things. So I was like, I need to fact check. I need to fact check this, you know? So anyway, we went back and forth, and she had said something like, you want to see the messages? And I was thinking she was talking about between her and my sister's mom. She was talking about on fucking Facebook. I'm like, but where? And I'm like, I know what I said on Facebook. I screenshotted the Facebook shit too. But where did I ever hold her past against her? If I did hold it against her, that would mean I'm still not talking to her to this day because of what she did. What, 11 years ago? More than 11, like, you know, I was probably 9 years old when this stuff happened. I was 7 when a lot of things happened that should have, like, I was so young when things were happening. And even then, when I was younger, there's stories of things happening that should have never happened. I just don't know about them because I wasn't there. But my eyes witnessing what I witnessed, I was 7. Maybe even 6. There was one incident where I was 6, but 7 when events just started getting out of control. And who knows, maybe I will tell my story. Maybe I won't. Yes, it happened to her, but then when you involve your children and it's happening in the home and you're calling out my name, it was happening to me too. I was trying to fight for my mom's life at 7. Like, you know, just so much that has happened, and I will get to all of it when I feel like it. This is Chanel's life. I don't feel like I look like a dummy right now because people may be going through these things with their parents as well, siblings, whoever. And we just need to know that we're always supposed to do better. But that whole, well, she's still your mom. Yeah, I get it. She was the vessel that carried me into this world. She took care of me here and there because I wasn't always with her. But she also did a lot of other things, like lied to me, manipulated me, a lot. And there's a lot of things that I can't remember because I blocked them out as a child. my sister remembers certain things that I don't even remember. I'm like, damn, I was there. But you know, anyway, I sent her a really long, mean, nasty message that I literally the next day I was like, damn, I didn't even feel bad that I sent it to her, but I felt bad because God don't like ugly, and you should obey your parents, but God don't like ugly. I'm not the only ugly one. I've been trying to elevate and move on from this, but I'm gonna talk about it because this is my story again, and maybe somebody can learn from me. When I sent her what I sent her, she thought it was funny, and she decided to say things like, remember you was wearing my hoe boots or some shit like that when you was younger. Girl, that's because they was cute, not because I wanted to be a hoe. And then she said something like, I didn't even know what a fucking hoe was when I was younger. And then she said something like, remember you used to leave my house every night and party. I didn't party every night. Every weekend, yeah, I did. She did too. I'm sure my dad partied his ass off. Jennifer probably partied her ass off. I'm young as hell. I'm not gonna sit in the fucking house while they're sleeping and not do anything, no. Sometimes King went upstairs because he wasn't asleep like I thought he was, or he may have woke up, but I still paid money for that, just so I wouldn't feel bad. It ain't like I put them in the bed early and fed them whatever I felt like it and then just went on about my day. Like, yeah, I did stuff. She said, make sure you're squeaky clean before you come at me. And I'm like, my kids are babies. I was not just a baby anymore. I was starting to remember things. I was starting to notice things that weren't normal. I'm trying to change. It's not like I'm doing the same things in Tennessee. I moved for change, and what am I doing? I'm doing different things. I may not know people, but I still have yet to ask my parents, hey, can you take the kids so I can go out and party? I'm trying to be different. And there's nothing wrong with partying. I didn't say it was. But I also don't remember spending quality time like that because of all the bad that happened. And because she did party so much. Like I said, it's okay to party, but every weekend, whether she had us or didn't have us, like some weekends I do remember her. But from my perception, I don't really remember her. And that's not to say that my parents here, not to say that they were perfect. My dad went out, but he also didn't come home sloppy drunk, beating on people either. And I'm not holding that against nobody, I'm just saying. He didn't come home sloppy drunk, arguing with his friends. I'm not saying my dad's perfect, because he's done things as well. Jennifer, on the other hand, I told her, when I was younger, she felt like a safe haven. For her to be the mother that she was to the girls, I was almost like sad and jealous. Like geez, when they get in trouble, that's all. Or, you know, she used to try and be logical and talk things out with us. Like, I don't know. But that's not to say one morning I was probably acting an ass and she pulled the van over, reached in the backseat and popped my ass in the mouth. That's not to say she's just never been aggressive. And again, I get it. I'm not supposed to be comparing them, but at the same time, y'all don't know what Jennifer went through as a kid either. I don't know what she went through as a kid. My mom tells me stories about her parents. Does that mean she's holding it against them? I don't know. She probably, maybe not. I don't know. But all I'm saying is we all have stories to tell. It's about changing for your children. Again, what happened to me as a child, I wouldn't dare do to mine. And she wants to say, I hope your children doesn't do you the same way to us. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how could they? I'm not gonna do half as much of the stuff you've done. And this is not holding it against her, but I'm just being real honest. I'm not gonna do half the stuff she did. You know, me and my siblings. So, you know, all in all, like, I could go on and I will later when I can articulate better. This ain't to make her look like a bad guy, because hey, maybe she got a story to tell, I don't know. But I do know that she tells a lot of stories, whether they're honest, half exaggerated, or completely exaggerated. I'm just saying this to say, you don't have to deal with those type of people. I don't care if they're your mom or your dad. If you feel like your life would be better without speaking to them, having a relationship, whatever the case may be, then do what you feel is best. People are telling me don't put the kids in the middle of it. She did first. It's not to play tit for tat, to play victim. She's the one who said that we put our dreams, she put her dreams on hold for us. Well, you ain't gotta see them again. And she has a reputation. It may not be abusing kids, but she has a reputation of having a nasty attitude to where she may not help you anymore for this certain amount of time, or she's gonna talk shit when your kids are around. Like there was one time, I don't know what happened. I think I told her, I was like, Mom, you didn't have to hit King like that, because she tapped his hand because he threw a ball. It's not like he threw a brick at me. I was pregnant, yeah, but he threw a ball and she tapped him. I was like, Mom, you didn't have to do that. And maybe my hormones were out of whack, but not to mention she just saw my mom, he had just saw my mom throw toys. So yeah, he's gonna repeat what he saw. The toy didn't even hit me. And so she had an attitude, and you know, I could tell because she wasn't saying nothing to me or King. She almost was like trying to not be around him so that she wouldn't feel like I was looking at her differently, like you're treating my kid differently. But it was almost like she didn't want to touch him because she just was like, well, your mom said I can't whoop you. And it wasn't like that. It was just like, you didn't have to hit him for throwing that. He just saw you throw a toy. So anyway, I saw her sit my niece in King's high chair, so I was kind of looking like, you know, I'm pregnant, can you help? I didn't say anything to her. I couldn't lift heavy things though, and King was very much heavy by that time. And so we sat on the floor and ate while my niece sat in his high chair and ate. And I'm like, nobody's fucking disabled here, you could have just helped me. But whatever, like I didn't say anything after that. Like I just kind of started feeling like here we go again. So then that's why I chose to go back with David and stay with him, because I felt like I'd be less stressed during my pregnancy, because for one, he was working, so I wasn't going to be around him as much. But it was also like the house just feels gloomy sometimes, so I didn't want that to happen while they were there, or I didn't want her to just be like, I ain't taking them. And yeah, I said what I said. She can kiss our ass. I was mad. She has said things, mean things, worse things to me. I'm not playing tit for tat, I'm just saying. We all do it.